Well, yeah, I got to work. I was like doing all those cars, which is a lot. It was raining also.
Chris, go to sleep. Ah, thank God he shut the hell up. All right, now we can get started with the episode. Oh, gotta cut the credits. Chris, wake up.
Hey, you.
Hey, baby. Can you cut the credits for me?
Sure thing.
Let me tell you. Girl, you my little boo thing. So I'll give a hoot what you do, say, girl, I know.
All right. Hey, my little boo thing. I get the do. There you go. You can be my Dracula to my dinosaur anytime, Chris. Anyways, welcome back to Crosscut. It's week 2 of me wearing tank tops again. I hope you like it. It's horror themed. I got Jaws. I have my Bates Motel glass, even though it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get the logo. There it is. I know it's hard to see, but it's Bates Motel. Chris is wearing Harry Potter for some fucking reason, but whatever.
Yeah. Harry Potter.
So anyways, welcome back to Crosscut. I'm your co-host, Josh.
And I'm your other co-host, Chris.
And when I say Josh, I don't mean the main character in the movie that we're watching today, Josh, because I'm not that kind of guy, man. Like, I wouldn't, try to have my AI girlfriend sex bot try to kill some people. Oops, spoiler alert. Yes, we are watching the not too far out from when it came out, 2025 movie Companion.
Okay.
Well, let's get into it. So I got questions for you. So give me a second. So first off, I told you about this movie, and well, I picked this movie because I kind of wanted to rewatch it. I saw it when it initially came out. I actually saw it in IMAX, and it was a lot of fun. I do mean it when I say it. Spoiler alert, spoiler warning. Like, we are going to spoil some stuff about this movie because it's kind of secretive up until a new point. Yeah, exactly. And it is new. And it's not really well known, I would say. It didn't really make a huge impact at the box office. So not that many people, I think, are aware of it. I'm not having a ton of conversations about Companion, but I did want to rewatch it. When we did Speak No Evil last week, I was like, I think a Companion would be a good follow-up to that, and I think it was.
I didn't even remember anything about this coming out in January.
Okay, good, because I was going to ask you, and when did you figure it out?
Right away.
Well, when you say right away, like, what do you mean? Because they reveal it exactly 25 minutes into the movie. Like, I stopped it just to see what it was.
No, I know it starts with her narrating and whatnot about her.
Did you know because you saw the thumbnail on HBO Max and the eyes and did you see a little bit of the blur of the synopsis? Is that?
No, actually, well, I read that the synopsis about a couple going to the weekend, and turns out something about a robot, and that's all I knew. But I didn't.
So you knew a robot was coming at some point,
right? But I didn't see the poster or thumbnail or anything. I started to figure out with her lines.
The one that really tips it off is the weather one. I think that's the one that really tips it off.
It's not just the weather, but certain words like
she does use. She's talking to the one girl. What's her name? Kat, and she's having a conversation about her. She uses this one specific word, and I'm like, ooh, that was kind of. Kat says that. But right. Iris says something else, and I can't remember the exact line. But she says a specific word that is used for robots and computers. But you don't know that yet. But when I was rewatching it, I was like, oh, that was kind of a clever line, actually.
It is several lines that she says. Like when Kat says that, I feel like I'm being replaced.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then other lines were like, she's broken and needs to be fixed.
That might have been it. That might have been one of the lines. That was also a good line too. Yeah.
That was a good one. And there was one other line that she says that was like a dead giveaway.
Well, even when she's getting kind of assaulted by
Sergey.
Sergey, yeah. And he goes, "This is what you're made for."
Right, that's another thing. Like, come on. It's like, it's right in your face of who she is, what she is. I'm like, why not more mystery? I thought it was going to be more of trying to figure out who the robot actually is. Kind of like what this movie reminded me a lot of Ex Machina. And then, I don't know why, I just wanted more mystery about it, not just straight into, okay, she's the robot. Sure.
I remember seeing 2 trailers for this movie way back last year. The first trailer was great because it gave away nothing. And I love those types of like weird kind of indie film movie trailers where it's just like a bunch of craziness and you're just like, what is this? And I remember thinking like, ooh, and then like it ends with her arm on fire and they're sitting at the table and I'm just like, what is this movie? It was a very dark trailer. I'm like, sweet, I don't know what this is. I want to watch it. And then the second trailer gave away everything. And I was just like, come on. Like, I get you need to market a movie, but like, you just gave away everything. So I went in knowing she was AI and like, I was just waiting for the shoe to drop. I was like, all right. And it happened. I was like, okay, cool. And then, they set everything up. Now, I did not know about Patrick, which I thought was a fun little reveal.
That one surprised me. I did not expect that at all.
That was a good one.
When Eli is saying like 4-way cut, right? I'm like, no, 3. I'm like, what? I'm very confused. At first I thought I was like, okay, they're counting Eli and Patrick at the same as one. That's what I was thinking. And
I think that's the idea, is they're trying to confuse you and be like, oh, because they're together, are they just one?
Right. And then when he says, well, Patrick doesn't count. Like, you're in front of him? And like everything escalated so quickly. I was like, what is going on? What do you mean right in front of him? And then Patrick goes to sleep like,
yeah. That one got me in the theaters when I was watching. I was like, oh, because you're just thinking like, all right, they revealed it, but then you're like, oh wait, there could be more, and like Patrick was one.
That threw me off completely. I actually thought Patrick was just a regular guy that was just there with Eli.
Exactly. So that was a good reveal
and everything.
Yeah,
I would like a little bit more backstory of how they know Sergey. All we know is that he's a bad guy and that he's Kat's boyfriend.
And I think the idea was Kat was kind of started this, and it was really her and Josh that were in on it. Right. Obviously, like Eli had no idea what was going on until it happened. So I think the idea was Kat and Josh, who I think were actually together on the side, like maybe a little, like here, they're probably like on and off again. One point. Yeah, like on and off again. When we first see them deliver Iris to the apartment, Josh, it looks like he had just gotten broken up with because he's playing like Goo Goo Dolls, which was funny. Like this movie's actually really funny, and he's playing Goo Goo Dolls, so it made me think like he just went through a breakup. Who did he break up with? Was it maybe Kat?
Okay, I can see that. But I don't know. It's like it's just there's like, what's the connection really? Like, why?
Maybe that's just supposed to be I guess you could say, almost like going back to Speak No Evil. The motivation was the money. Is like this was kind of like the weakness of the story. It was like
I don't think there really was a true motive. Like, I guess Kat just wanted to steal from him.
Yeah, she
kill him.
Well, they had this whole idea that he was like a mafia guy, but he actually wasn't. So they just Josh assumed that. Kat was just like, he's a misogynist. He's, cheats on his wife. He other things or something. But he's not a killer. That was like the whole thing. Like he didn't kill people. So
she let him assume that, and he just took it from there.
Which kind of is like the gullibleness of Josh, that he would believe that. He wanted to be with Kat ultimately, and. I think you kind of do things when you're feeling that way and you're not fully thinking straight.
I think the best funny character is Eli, though.
Eli's great, yeah. So I actually want to talk about the cast real quick, because he's played by an actor called Harvey Guillen, who I kind of know him. I think he's on that show, What We Do in the Shadows. I've never actually seen it. I think he's a comedian, but I haven't seen it.
I've only known him from What We Do in the Shadows. He's pretty good in that show. So like it kind of transcended. It reminded me of the show because his character is almost the same.
Yeah, he's really good in this. His boyfriend's played by Lucas Gage, who I think he's an up and coming actor. He was actually in Smile 2 last year. He was really good in that. So, and then it was good to see him in like another horror movie. Like when he goes like Terminator in this movie at the end. And I love that. I loved how he goes like Terminator by the end of it. And I was like, he's actually like the scariest part of this movie, when he's just like, he could just literally just kill anybody.
Is it just like with a straight face, no emotion going
Right.
off? Like, holy shit.
Didn't that
And
not remind you of like Terminator? Yeah.
yeah,
So
definitely Terminator.
and then we have Lucas, or not, just Jack Quaid, who plays the main guy, Josh. He's got 2 good movies that came out this year. This was one of them. The other one was Novocaine.
Novocaine, sorry.
Novocaine, which was good. He plays the opposite character. He's not the bad guy. He's the good guy in that. And of course, we all know him from The Boys.
Boys. I don't know.
And being Dennis Quaid's son.
Yeah, of course. But I don't know why he always seems to be acting kind of the same.
Yeah, he plays kind of the same idea, but it worked here because he's likable. But then you realize, like, oh, he's actually like the villain.
He's an asshole.
Right.
He is.
Well, what I thought about this movie was that this movie just got messier and messier with their whole plan, and obviously it just got to the point where things just got way out of control.
Right, and you really, really want Iris to get away, and you really want her to become like completely self-aware,
which she does.
She does in the end, yes. But the process of that, when she gets free from the chair, right, and grabs his phone, starts messing with herself pretty much, and I was like, okay, I like where this is going. But I really thought she was gonna like just change her complete appearance and just get out of there, like, kind of like in disguise, but she didn't do that. I did like that she was quick on her feet when the deputy pulled her over.
That scene is hilarious. She's speaking German. She's just like, yeah, I killed him. It's like, okay, oh yeah. This movie is funny, man. Like, going in, I did not think this was going to be funny. Now, the second trailer did make it feel more comedic, but like, this movie is hilarious.
It is. I did like that she was quick thinking about the German stuff, but yeah, then it was funny how she was just admitting everything.
Because she can't lie. That's her whole programming.
Right. But then it was like when Patrick gets her, it's like, oh, come on, you were right there. You were right there. And then, then of course, then there comes that scene, the burning of the hand. I was like, you are fucked up.
And they kind of make a line where it's just like, that's what these people use them for. It's like they might keep them tied up in a basement, or they'll use them for shooting practice. It's just like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like,
I do like the text line when they're reeling her out. I was like, oh yeah, he 100% mod her. He's totally fucked. Like that was the funniest thing.
Man, though, the one guy, the for the company, when he goes to pick them up at the end, man, he should not have said anything when he was getting out of there.
Me too. I was like, why are you completely telling him everything? Okay, Wi-Fi antenna, our CPU is here. Like, scroll through the footage. Like, why would you say that?
That's why you died.
They got him killed.
I did want to mention, because we talked about Iris, she's played by an actress called Sophie Thatcher, who's really up and coming. I've seen her in a bunch of stuff. She's done a lot of horror movies. A couple of years ago, I saw her in this movie called The Boogeyman, which the movie itself wasn't that good, but she was good in it. Last year, she had a small role in Maxine, the third installment of the X trilogy. Yeah. And then she was also in a movie last year that was really good called Heretic with Hugh Grant. That movie was actually pretty solid. So, and then this movie. So she's actually been doing a lot, especially horror movies. So I think she's got some more stuff coming out. So she's one to keep an eye on. But yeah, Sophie Thatcher. Yeah, little details on the second watch. It was interesting, especially in the beginning of the movie. If you ever do rewatch this movie, did you watch it alone or did you watch it with anybody else?
I watched it with Julie.
What'd she think?
She loved it.
Good. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
I just have like those nitpicky things. Like the movie just throws you out where she's the AI and the whole.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you on that. And I wish, so you and me had different mindsets going in, because I already knew, you didn't know. But yeah, I wish you just didn't know right up until that reveal. Like, that would have been so great just to be like, oh crap, like AI, like I had no idea that's what this is about. Because when I saw that first trailer, I just thought it was just like a crazy messed up love story. So when you rewatch it the second time, there are those little details in the beginning, especially like I really like the scene where she's lying in bed with him after they just made Whoopi. She's lying on her back looking up, and there's a little bit of shadow on her face, and half her face is lit up, and she's just kind of rambling on, and then she turns to her side, and her face is covered all in shade, and then that's when he says, "Go to sleep," so you don't ever see her eyes go that way. So I thought that was really clever, actually. It's like a really clever little detail right there.
Okay. I didn't pay attention to that part.
And then, of course, there's also all the dialogue, the little lines of dialogue.
And her nickname for her, Beep Boop.
Beep Boop.
I kind of did like Kat, though. Even though she acted like a total bitch at the beginning, but that's where we know why. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a
another really good detail. Did you notice this? So the opening scene, she's at the grocery store, right? And that's where she meets Josh.
Right.
Did you notice that there was nobody else in the grocery store?
I thought it was a weird.
Okay.
I mean, one or two persons in the very background. Like there's
Do
one
you
person
though?
walking.
Do you?
Yes. Well, not in the store, outside the store. You see someone walk by right behind Josh when all the oranges fall.
Okay. Because like rewatching it, I'm just like, I didn't really pay attention to it the first time, but I'm like, there's nobody in the store. And I just thought that was interesting because it was a program memory. So I thought that was kind of like a cool little detail.
Yeah, it is a cool detail. Like I didn't pay attention too much at like around them. Like I didn't notice that there was nobody behind Iris at all. Then I was like, okay, maybe it's not so much of a fake memory at the beginning, I guess, because I see someone walk by. I'm like, all right, so he's just a clumsy guy. I'm like, sure,
right, which is believable because he kind of comes off that way.
He is, yeah. He does come off that way.
I love the whole reveal that like it was never real in the first place, and of course the Halloween party one was obvious. Like that one was great, and I just love when they show Jack Quaid later on. Like now he's I was laughing so hard in the theater when they did that.
That was good. That was funny.
So I did want to bring this topic up, have a little discussion. How far away do you think we are to this technology?
Not so far.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, right before we got on, I just looked up, like, I just Googled AI companions, and there's, like, websites where you can create one for just to chat back and forth with them.
You know what's crazy? The other day I saw, like, security cam footage. I think it was in China, where they had, like a robot hanging off of, like, one of those cranes for, like, the hold like, a motor.
Mm-hmm.
And you can clearly see that two techs are like working on it, and the robot just starts spasming, like trying to get off of the hook. I was like, what the fuck?
They're becoming sentient. They know what's going on. But that's like the whole idea of this movie. It's like becoming aware of everything and taking control, which isn't that kind of the fear of AI? And
yeah, I mean,
what
they've gotten so damn close. Like,
right.
So many different companies have made an AI and like humanoid to the point where when they're chatting back, it's so close that they're feeling like they're becoming sentient, and they have to shut them down. There's actually something to do in the law too that they can become sentient.
So I'm just like, how close are we to this like Westworld? We're like Skynet. I mean, literally, like, no wonder this movie felt like I was watching Terminator at one point. Because, like, I mean, like, how close are we legitimately? Like, I mean, not even close. Like, it's probably out there. We just don't. It's just not like in the,
general public eye.
Exactly. Not in the consumerism of that yet. But like in 5 years, are people going to be able to like have an AI person that they can have in their house and to do stuff? Like, we're that close. Can Chris have his own Iris?
Oh, God. That's more for you since you're Josh.
Oh, that's true. I mean, she is cute. She is good looking. I would totally get myself an Iris.
I do like in the post credit when she's off driving on the road that she sees another bot.
That was her though, right? Like that was like a version of her model, right? But
right,
blonde.
okay.
Because when I saw that in theaters, I was like, "Is that her?" I think that's her, just like a different model of her.
Right. Yeah, and it's I thought that was funny when she just waves her hand. It was like,
which also felt Terminator with the metal hand. This movie is this was a good January movie, I must say. I really enjoyed it in theaters. I wish there were more movies like this out there. That just, I know that it. I wish they would not ruin the movie and the trailer, but they did. A lot funnier than I thought it was going to be going into it. It's not very scary, but like I would say the scenes with Patrick can be kind of tense, especially when he becomes like fully like killer mode.
I wonder if they pulled a lot from Terminator. I mean, because you see Patrick, the whole 100% aggression thing, beating up the cop, and then he puts on the damn cop uniform. Like that's totally T2.
Yeah, which I thought was great too. They're just like, you look familiar.
I bet they did that on purpose. Same thing with the arm.
That is Companion, the 2025, I'd say, horror mystery comedy that I really enjoyed. I saw this in theaters, and rewatching it was great with all the little details. Definitely watch it a second time. You get a little bit better of a more fun perspective on it. But yeah, Companion was great. I really enjoyed it. I wish there were more movies coming out like it. So yeah, that's my take. Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, I agree. It was a pretty good movie. A good take on AI coming evil, if you will.
Well, actually, real quick before we finally wrap it up, was this like a theme also about like women kind of taking control of like relationships where the guy has a lot of control as well?
If you put it against Iris and Josh, yes, because he wanted to be in control because he's probably was never in control in a relationship.
Well, even look at Eli and Patrick. Like Eli was the one in control.
Right. Same thing. Like they just wanted control. And even when he says like, you know me, like, that's right, I do know you. And she starts listing off all his hobbies, his intimacy, his everything. And it's like, you want total control because you're a pathetic human being.
Yeah.
She set him up.
Yeah. Chris, final thoughts. Overall, what do you think of the movie? Because I never didn't get a full gauge of what you thought.
Like I said, I really liked the movie overall. Like I said, I do have some of those problems with like certain things are revealed so early, and then there's like a plot hole. Like, why are they doing this exactly? But there are some good surprises. Patrick, like that was a good one, and they did do this cleverly too. But there's a decent enough action in it,
and humor,
and humor. And I do not like the house so secluded into one area. I like that too. It's a good watch. I would definitely recommend it, especially for like AI, because it's worth a watch, I would say.
All right. Well, you heard it from Chris. Boot up your AI companions and enjoy a double date together. Watch this movie along with Speak No Evil. Do a double feature. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure to hit that like, that subscribe, comment. If you're not a bot, make sure to comment Chris is smelly. That way we know that you're a real person and not an AI bot at this point. Anyways, Chris, take it from here.
Brent, moving on.
All right, Chris.
Stare at my face for between 3 feet for love link.
No, I will not do that. Chris, get me another beer.
No.
Hey, that's not me telling my AI companion. I'm just telling you, Chris, get me another beer.
Oh, fuck you then.